They are off. Welcome back to pitch 3 of the 2024 Canoe Polo World Championships. You join me for a senior women's group game. This is Singapore taking on Iran. Number 2 from Singapore, Lau, just beating Pirnaj Medine to the ball there. Singapore with the first attack of this first half. In runs Yeo. Over to Liao. Moving round very nicely, tidy passing from Singapore, just an unfortunate fumble there at the end from Ong. Needs to recycle this all the way out. Illegal kayak tackle, turning the ball over to Iran. Iran now with their first attempt at a counter-attack. Pirnaj Medine needs to find a friend, pops it just in front of Porabdian, their captain, who has been absolutely spectacular in this competition so far. We've seen a couple of her goals keep Iran in the running. Now, very interesting situation here on pitches 1, 2 and 3. There are potentially 4 contenders for the second semi-finals spot. So the Netherlands are guaranteed a semi-final, but plenty to keep you updated on here on pitch 3. Lovely ball over the top to Jalilian. Jalilian off for a corner. That's a warning, I believe, for number 4 from Singapore, Liao. Islami to take all the way out round the back. Now, interesting to see if Singapore choose to punch out and chase this. Islami finds herself under pressure, manages to find Boudon. Popped over the top. Islami once again under fire. Jalilian managing to get the ball away. Islami takes it in. 21 seconds left on the shot clock. Still all to play for. Absolute monster from Islami. Huge goal. Iran 1, Singapore 0. Now, if Iran win this, that's it. They are through to the semi-finals. They will know this. If Iran lose, that's where it starts to get interesting. And I will, as I said, I'll try and keep you up to date with the eventualities on that one. Fun and games in the group stage indeed. Beautiful movement there from Singapore. That pass around the zone just being shut down by the paddles of Islami. Ong has a go. Kept on by Iran. Porabdian. Lovely long pass up to Boudon. Boudon under fire from Tan. Singapore looking very happy to chase out. That's appealing for the obstruction there, but there's no obstruction if the person getting in your way is the one who plays the ball. That's entirely fair enough. Meanwhile, Captain Tang for Singapore waits for the oncoming storm. Singapore either needing to commit to the chase from here or get back into defence. You can't just sit between the two. Takes a deflection, goes off for a corner. Pirnaj Medine out to Islami. Back out to Porabdian. Islami once again. Singapore, I think, being a little bit braver with their chasing now. They know that they need to win this. Porabdian. Islami with an absolute cannon. Stopped in its tracks by Captain Tan. Off for a corner once again. zone players, Lau, Yo, and number 4, Liao. Singapore now really committing to the chase. This is what they need to be doing, really. Iran will quite happily play this just around them if they can. Illegal kayak tackle. I'll reset the shot clock once again. Pudon. Under fire. Jalilian on her own. Being pushed off the pitch. That's a wayward pass. That's what Singapore want. That's definitely obstruction. A chance for Singapore to counter-attack. Tan sprints away, one-on-one shot with the keeper. Lovely little pass over the zone. That's the one. Singapore are on the board. A huge cheer from the left side of the stand. Singapore. Patience pays off. Absolutely hounding the Iranians. Just forcing that messy pass and picking that up, drawing the foul, and off they went, exploding out of their zone. Beautiful work here, first thing in the morning here in Deqing. Another very unfortunate error from the Iranians. They're going to need to settle this down. They need to keep their heads here. Liao tries to pop it over to number 3, Ong, but it's shut down. Parabdian finds Eslami. Eslami brings it up. Iran need to continue to move around and provide passing opportunities here. The Singapore chasers are looking like they are ready to strike. Parabdian, Eslami. Beautiful long shot from Captain Parabdian. So I feel very strongly about this. If you're going to be chasing and going for the press out, you need to commit to it. You can't go out with 4 and leave a keeper in. I know it feels like a safety blanket, but it isn't, because you are leaving a player free to take a long shot, as we've just seen here on pitch 3. My colleagues are commentating the other 2 games, so if I get a chance, I'm going to try and drop them a message and see what's happening over there. Try and keep them updated and just let them know that yes, Iran are winning over here currently. If Iran win, they're through to the semis. It's only if Iran lose that it gets interesting. Foul on the goalkeeper, so that's pushing a defender onto the goalkeeper. Parabdian. Iran on the break. Ooh, that's just not quite found its mark, but it's been kept under control. Ooh. A slightly hurried shot there. Under pressure from Singapore. Now, are Singapore going to commit to the chasing 5 press? Bodon being held in the corner by Lau. Manages to pop it in front, but that's just not quite found the hands of Jalilian. Singapore now on the break. Tan tries to pop it over the front. That is very nicely done by Eslami, just as the ball bounced out of the water, flicking it to the other side of a boat, and just holding that that barrier in front of her opponent. Iran 2, Singapore 1, with 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. 48 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, Singapore not committing to the 4-man the five-man press. They need to really commit here. And this seems to have paid off for them, as we saw the last goal from Iran came from a lack of commitment. Lovely ball up. This is the one. Sloppy passing has lost them that. They managed to keep control. They need to recycle this all the way out and take that time. Ong resets the pace. Over to Tan. Ong again. Pops it over the top to Lau. Lau has a shot. Fakes the shot and makes the pass inside the zone. This is too far out, surely. Liao again, off for a corner. Iran, to their credit, holding them well out of the zone. 12 seconds left on the game clock. Shot clock is now game clock. Big call for shoot from the Singapore side of things. Tan sends it sailing over the bar. Score at half-time here on pitch 3, Iran 2, Singapore 1. I'm just going to quickly drop my colleagues on the other pitches a message just to let them know that's what's happening. As I said, if Iran win here, that's it. Everyone else is out. Iran 2, Singapore 1 at half time. Iran 2. So yeah, just to give you a little overview of the absolute shenanigans going on in the group right now. As I said, the Netherlands, they're through to the semi-final regardless of what happens here today, but there are 4 contenders for that second semi-final spot. Iran, Spain, Great Britain and Singapore. Iran need to win or draw, while GB and Spain also draw or lose. For GB to go through, they need to win, while Iran loses and Spain loses, draws, or wins by a smaller goal difference. Similar story for Spain. They need a win and for Iran to lose or draw, and for GB to lose, draw, or win by a smaller goal difference. And Singapore need to win, while Spain and GB either draw or lose their games. And also, yeah, that's it. So we had our calculators out last night. We were trying to work out what on earth has gone on in these group stages to precipitate such a curious collection of results. While we're thinking about it, of course, a big thank you to our main sponsors, the International Canoe Federation, the Chinese Canoe Association, Huzhou City, Deqing County, Yupin Sports and the Guokong Group, as well as Latour Sports and Kailas. Thank you so much for your generous support. Looking like we're about to get things underway here once again on pitch 3. Sprinting from Singapore, it's going to be the number 8 Ong, going head to head with number 4 from Iran, Lagzai. Lagzai looks like she's got this. Just dipping the nose of her boat under to take control of her opponent and turn her away from the ball. It's a well done sprint. Iran make the first attack this time. Now, will Singapore commit all the way out to the 5-man press? That's really unfortunate for Iran. But a chance for Singapore to get themselves back up to level pegging. Tan, all the way up to Ong. Pivots round Tang once again. Ong Looking dangerous, she wants it, has a go, swatted down by Captain Poraptian. Long ball over the top. I think Islami's done very well to take control of that again, just dipping the nose of that boat, taking control of your opponent's boat and turning them away from the ball. "35 seconds left on the shot clock. Singapore kind of in no man's land at the moment. Sort of chasing, sort of not. I think they need to commit here. I really want to see them go 5 out. I really, really do, because otherwise, I mean, Aslami's just been allowed far too much room to maneuver there. That's gone off for a corner. Singapore looking like they're going to go and pressure the ball and the nearest pass. Iran are going to have to bring this a little bit closer. Islami looks like she is close. That's a lovely little pass over the top. Whoa. Stunning movement of the ball by Iran. Iran, who have been very much crowd favourites here in Deqing. I don't think anyone was expecting them to be this good, but they just are, and they're a delight to watch them play. Lagzai needs to find a friend, pops it over the top, finds Islami. Islami's managed to lose her marker. Islami takes it all the way out. The long ball over to the far side of the pitch is open. Again, I really do think Singapore needs to commit here. Play on, calls the referee, resets the shot clock once again. That's another 60 seconds for Iran to have a go here. Long shot, which seemed a little unnecessary, honestly, from Iran. Bounces off the boat of Ong. Ong on the counter-attack. She's on her own. But Lagzai is closing the distance behind her. Leaning on the boat, gets away with it. Ong pops it over the top. Tan to finish. Is turned away. It's going to be Yao thinking better of the shot. In goes Lau. In goes Lau. Pops it over to Tan. Tan under fire. Off for a corner, and those Iranian paddles just closing like a canopy over the top of her head. Singapore now with their first real chance at redemption here. Tan. Ong joins the fray. In goes Lau. Ong. Tan. Takes the hand paddle to get a little bit closer. Foul on the goalkeeper. Singapore once again not committing to the press, and that has left Jalilian free to just hold this ball. 50 seconds left on the shot clock, 5 minutes and 17 seconds left on the game clock. Again, Singapore, you need to go and hit them. You can't just sit and watch them pass the ball around. You are a goal down. Tan finds some space. Long ball up to Ong. Ong has a go. Oh, there it is. When Singapore have got their skates on and they're moving quickly, they are absolutely fantastic, but they need to commit to this press, really. Singapore 2, Iran 2, and things just got very, very interesting. So if this stays at a draw, there will be an opportunity for GB and Spain to take it if they can win their games. Turnover for Singapore. Singapore now on the rise once again. They know they need this to stand any chance of redemption. Lau sprints away, finds herself being turned around by Jalilian. Jalilian giving her some real trouble. Iran, they're not going to be caught on the break twice. Four minutes and 2 seconds left. Tan, Ong. Pops it over, very tight, a little pass to Yo. Yo has to go, kept under control. Very well done by Iran there to get hands to that without conceding any fouls. Eslami manages to find Pernaj-Medine. Again, Singapore, you need to go and hit them. You can't just watch them pass it around you. Absolutely no reason for Porabdian to do anything here. Eslami takes it in. Needs to find the pass inside the zone, surely. Lovely work. And just popped over the top, tapped under control, Metapur. Ooh. Foul in the act of shooting. Illegal kayak tackle. That is going to be devastating for Singapore. Singapore, I believe that looks like they're... Who's being sent off here? It's number 3, Ong. That's really unfortunate. She's been key in this game so far. So, Tan versus Porabdian. Tan saves it and a humongous cheer. Fair play. That was spectacular. This crowd has erupted. So, Singapore will still be down a player. They won't be able to chase as much. This will be very interesting if this finishes as a draw. I will try and get the results live for you as time goes on. Still a draw over on GB's pitch, so I think if Spain have also drawn, then... Oh! Takes a deflection, a huge cheer from the Iranian contingent. That's number 8, Jalilian. Keeping her cool when the pressure's on. Liao wants it. Foul on the goalkeeper. Iran will hold this. This is going to be a really difficult chasing game for Singapore. They're going to have to pick and choose who they cover. Long ball up to Metapur. Finds Jalilian. Metapur. Back up. Pivoting round. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. We're going to need something from Iran very soon. Metapur takes it in. Ambles gently into the zone. Pernaj-Medine looking dangerous. No foul on the keeper. No goal. Ball turned over. That is a wayward pass that has done Singapore no favours whatsoever. I think pressure just getting to these players here. They need to keep their heads. I think those passes, they'd make those passes every other day of the week, but just when the pressure's on. Singapore now back up to 5 players. 50 seconds left. Iran just need to hold this and they are through to the semi-finals of the 2024 Canoe Polo World Championships. This is spectacular here on pitch 3. They're just going to pass this through. Singapore need to push them off the pitch. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Illegal holding, and surely the opportunity that Singapore so desperately needs. Shot clock now, game clock. 22 seconds left. Tan, it's all on Tan. Can she finish it for her team? Chooses to delegate all the way in to Liao. And Ong with a loopy pass over the top. That's so unfortunate. Timeout. Timeout just to avoid some arguably deliberate time-wasting tactics. I think the referee's just letting know that Parabdian that the time is stopped, so your tactics are not going to work for you here. That's it. Iran are through to the semi-finals, and a roar goes up on pitch 3, and Team Iran are on their feet next to me here. Goodness me, and you can see what that means to them. Congratulations to Iran. They played so well, and fair play to Singapore as well to come back and hold them at a draw. That's absolutely spectacular. So I believe that means that the semi-final contenders from this pool are Netherlands and Iran. Commiserations to Singapore, GB and Spain. Unfortunately, it was not your day today. Iran have just absolutely smashed it first thing in the morning. Thank you so much for joining me here on pitch 3. The next the next game on this pitch is the 8:35 a.m. local time senior women's game, Denmark taking on Sweden, where we have more group stage shenanigans to explain. That's going to be commentated by me. I will do my absolute best to guide you through that. Don't go anywhere.